Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to my next episode on the Welsknight Patreon server. I am Mar, and we are here at the site of the End Island Transformation Project, and I've got bad news. So this is actually the third time I've had to record this, and it's really last minute too. So yesterday I started recording, and then I realized I'd forgotten to change the visuals. All I had was a black screen because it was still set to my Terraria settings, so it was trying to detect the Terraria game instead of Minecraft and, you know, all that sort of fun stuff. And during that lost footage, I actually finished the tree in the Hood hub. So I was like, okay, well, I lost the tree. I can at least go over and look at it. I'll just start over, do the recording. So I did that. Visuals were working fine, and I actually recorded for probably an hour or a little more because we also went over to do the Logic Owl 2 over at the Gaming District. Blue Owl had a Logic Owl last season, and we've got another one this season. And I had a blast doing it. It was so much fun. Those puzzles literally had my mind in knots. The unfortunate thing is, between the time where I was fixing the first, getting rid of the original recordings and starting over the second time, apparently I jostled the plug for my mic, and while it was still connected afterward, Windows decided to forget it could identify it. It identified it, but all the settings had been reset, and OBS had nothing, didn't detect it or whatever, so I didn't find that out until after I finished recording the entire thing. So first impressions for the Logic Owl 2 are lost. I'm really kind of disappointed. I had so much fun. Major kudos to Blue Owl for creating it. But I still want to go play it because, you know, I only did it once. So, I mean, I can at least run it through with you guys, you know? We can at least go through it. I won't be able to give you my, true first impressions, but I'll do my best to kind of reiterate or relay or whatever, what those first impressions were. But first, let's take a look at the End Island here. So we are here in the end, like I said, and it does not really look, I mean, it looks definitely like the end, but it doesn't necessarily look like what you might expect an End Island to look like. We've got very nicely dug craters. We've got very messy craters. We've got some craters dug all the way down to, you guessed it, or maybe not, I don't know, if you've been you know, keeping an eye out, you know, recently I've been talking about what the plan is here. Dug way down. We dug it way down. That's actually Y20 down there. And this is to allow for enough space for the space station itself, because I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before anyway. We're building a space station this season on the End Island, or in the End Island Transformation Project. And this is going to be the center dome sort of a thing. And then we've got like the donut shape going all the way around. We've got the cross beam here that's going to connect everything up. But in order to make enough room for this dome, we're going to need the bedrock or the end stone dug way down. And so once we get everything down to there, then we're going to cover it all with red sand to sort of give it well, basically a Mars effect. It wasn't my idea to call it Mars, but that's kind of what people have christened it. So we're going to be kind of building a Mars sort of planet and building a space station. And once we get all this stuff dug down, that'll leave room for people to come over and build like land rovers and habitats and like all these sorts of exploration type things. They can build more ships in the sky, you know, spaceships, whatnot, asteroids, whatever they want, basically. As long as it's space themed, they can build it. So that's kind of what the plan is. It's going to involve so much digging. It's ridiculous. I mean, look at how far down we have to dig this. It's insane. But it looks like they've been doing a really good progress right in this chunk especially. Now, with this project, we're going to be using primarily 2 blocks. We're going to be using quartz, and then that color there is light gray concrete. I will also be using cyan terracotta as sort of an accent, and I also may use like white concrete, dark gray concrete, and black concrete for like detail work. So it's a lot of resources though. The nice thing is that trading with villagers it makes it insanely easy to get quartz blocks now, because Gru's got his big dig, so we're just trading in the stone to get emeralds and then trading back the emeralds to get the quartz. It's really easy. And big shout out to Gru for picking a digging project this season, so we have all this stone to trade with. And thanks for also donating it and spending the time and everything. And actually, thanks to a lot of people who have donated their time or their resources. Down here we have a donation center. Well, that was a little, I didn't actually mean to fall off, but I guess since we're down here. End Island Transformation Project Donation Center. I've got some chests here of sort of resources that we're going to be using. There's an instruction book here. It kind of gives an overview of what we're planning on building. There's like stage, like here's what we do at this stage, and here's what we do at that stage, sort of a thing. Some points of interest that people can build, and then like the resources themselves. And here's the donation list. You can list the resources you donated or the time you spent working. So yeah, this is the big old project we're going to be doing in the end of this season. And up here, I don't get this reference. We need bananas to scale. I don't understand what that means. I hope it's not dirty. And then warning not to scale itty bitty teeny weeny scale model of the station. So it's supposed to be the donut circle of the space station with the centerpiece, and then these torches around the rim here are supposed to represent the beacons, because we're going to have 10 beacons wrapping around. These two are actually mine. I nicked them from my base, so they're going to have to go back there at some point, but they're here temporarily to help everybody get this place dug out. Once it's all dug out, I'm planning on replacing them with like jump boost or speed or something like that. Regeneration maybe. The jump boost would be really appropriate because if we're in space, you know, the gravity won't be the same as it is on, you know, real life, so here on Earth. So that's kind of why we're going to do more beacons, you know, kind of, you know, give a reason for those to be there. and also, you know, get the jump boost in there. So I'm really kind of disappointed because there was something here that I really wanted to show. It has been removed, but let's take a look at this one. Egg-shaped space stations is not canon. Are we even chickens? This is not Easter, this is space. Should shapes have equal chance, or other shapes should have equal chance? This is passive-aggressive protest. Say no to egg-shaped space stations. Oops, I looked at him. I did not mean to look at him. No, come on, through the sign or whatever? Come on. Come here. Come on. You want to die? Yeah, you want to die. Okay, where were we? Science demands spheres. This is not a democracy. We demand a vote. And essentially, this is a protest to the egg-shaped space station, like the dome here. And that's why there's like a like diamond-shaped or an egg-shaped, you know, white thing there with a big old X on it. Now, there had been a platform just like that was right here, and I'm kind of disappointed it's gone because I wanted to show it to you guys so much, and then I, you know, lost the footage twice. But it basically had some armor stands marching in a circle, holding banners that had a similar banner design without the X, and I think it was like green and blue in the color. And they also had signs saying something, you know, saying things that were in support of the egg-shaped space station. So we've got a bit of a protest going on between these two factions about what the shape of this should be. And I don't know, before things heat up, maybe we should just, you know, take care of it ourselves and maybe find some sort of compromise. Maybe keep this shape, but, like, add things onto it to make it a little more interesting. I'm not sure. But yeah, right now it's still in the early planning phases, so if you have ideas for this thing here, feel free to shout them out. I imagine I'll be working on the donut for a while anyway. Most recently, I've been working with Seb on the bottom side, filling in the walls and the floor and everything, and then we have to, you know, figure out the top side as well. It's going to be a lot of work, So, one thing I am taking great care of doing is ensuring that the paths remain safe, or, you know, as safe as one can expect in the end, between the spawn-in platform and, of course, the Ender down there, as well as from here up to both of the portals. The portal there, and then the portal, you know, the main portal right there. So, that's pretty much where we're at with this. Now let's head over to the Hood Hub, and we can take a look at the tree. Alrighty, here we are at the Hood Hub, and here is the final product for the tree. Now, the colors of the leaves isn't exactly the greatest. It's definitely not the prettiest color in the world. And it also isn't the best tree in the world. However, neither was the source material. I think given the source material I had for, if you remember, this is Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, this is the tree from the Land of Make-Believe, I would say that given the source material, this is probably about as good as you could expect. We've got the little house, we've got the little hole in the knot of wood or whatever, with the door that's sticking open there. I've got vines hanging all over this place. I used like 9 stacks of leaf blocks on this, and probably a stack or a stack and a half or something like that of vines. They haven't all finished growing yet. We'll have to have people who are actually here for long enough periods of time for it to really get growing. But eventually it should grow all the way down and hopefully look pretty decent. I did hide some glowstone in there, trying to give it a little bit more light. I don't think anything can, you know, still spawn on leaf blocks, but I figure, you know, might as well, you know, try and light it up there so it isn't, you know, dark branches and all that sort of stuff. So that is pretty much where we're at with the hood hub. I liked building this tree. I had fun working on it and trying to come up with ways to, you know, build the house, especially working with this, you know, the house, you know, the concept art. It was not easy. Definitely not the easiest thing to build. But I'm pretty pleased, I think, with how it turned out. And now I think it's time that we head to the end so that we can go through the other portal to get back to World Spawn and go head over to the shop, or to the, not shopping district, to the gaming district, so we can play the Logic Owl 2 again. So I'll meet you there. Alrighty, here we are in the gaming district. We've got a Sudoku game over there that I spent a little time playing. We've got a game over here that requires 2 people, so I don't actually know what it is. I have a vague idea of what it probably is, but I don't know for sure. We have an unfinished game here, so we're not going to look at that. I don't want to give away spoilers. But this right here, this giant Rubik's Cube, is the Logic Owl 2.0. I had a lot of fun. I actually beta tested the Logic Owl in the last season, so I'm pretty excited to see another Logic Owl in the game. Now, as I said, I have played this before in the lost footage that we had from yesterday's recording. So, I mean, it's the first impressions won't really be there, but I think we can I still have the same amount of trouble getting in these doors as I did the last time. I'm not very good with buttons and going through doors and whatnot. I'm just too slow or something. But anyway, we just have to follow the signs here. This one says start, so you go this way, you climb the ladder, and up here is where the first puzzle begins. So we're gonna come up here and we're gonna try and have some fun with this. So leave your stuff in here, please. Now, I already read the rules, and I ain't even gonna take the book with me. You can take it with you if you want. Welcome to Logic Owl 2. If you like puzzles, then you've come to the right place. The Logic Owl consists of 5 rooms, each with its own puzzle or challenge that you have to solve to get to the next one. Prizes await for those who get to the end. Now, I won't take prizes because I already did this once and I know all the answers and whatnot. So we won't take one, but we will look and see what they are, so you know what I got yesterday. Rules: leave all your stuff in a chest here. You may take some food, and you can leave your armor on if you want. Don't break any items that you didn't place. And then some rooms require you to reset it before leaving. Follow the instructions in each room to leave it ready for the next person. No spectate mode. There are emergency exit doors in each room except for the first one. They are for exit only, not entry. If anything works or isn't working, or if anything breaks or isn't working, please message the Blue Owl. And then there's hints and clues, and we are not looking at them. So we're going to leave the book here. It says you can take it with you, but I actually didn't use it. I didn't need it. I was very stubborn and preferred to stare at a puzzle for 20 minutes and try and figure it out on my own, and then look at the clues. And I did manage it. All right, so but put it back before you leave. Well, we won't have to worry about that because it's going to be right there. Let's see. Well, I mean, do I have to? Can I just take my ender chest with me? I want to take my ender chest. Oh, well. I mean, I did it once before, but we'll follow the rules. Put everything in here except our armor. Put that in there. Break that and drop it in there. You know what? I'm going to take this out. That way people know. I mean, I guess they'd see it once they looked in here, but we're just going to make it really clear that someone's in use. I don't want you know, people to come in here and then find out that they get stuck because I've already started working on it or something. So this first one is a maze, and I am usually pretty good with mazes. I mean, I unfortunately already know. So we've got these lapis blocks there. There should be 3 of them in total, and then there's a glowstone block. And what you have to, here's the glowstone block, and what you have to do is you have to find chests that you put on each of the, oh, here we go, here's one. You have to go here and you get a lever, and you have to put it on each of the blue lapis blocks and flip the lever, of course. And what that does is it ultimately opens up the glowstone block, and you fall through it. So let's see, I know you get 2 of them. You get 2 chests are exposed by default, and then here's another lapis block. And then the 3rd one gets opened up after you, I think you do the first 2 levers. I'm not sure. Let's see. Where's another? I'm starting to feel a little turned around here. Okay, so this is all dead ends. That's a dead end. I believe those, oh, here we go. Oh, is this the one I already looked at? It might be already the one I already looked at. Let's see. I hope it's the one. No, this isn't the one I already looked at. There's no, oops, that's not what I wanted. Nope, that's still not what I wanted. Stop it. There's no extra levers? Are we out of levers? I wonder if Blue Owl would mind if I did a little troubleshooting, because, well, I mean, I did it once before, so I know it's what you have to do. There's no extra levers in there. Okay, well, we may get stuck here a lot sooner than I thought, because there aren't levers in the hoppers. Okay. I think Blue Owl, I believe, is on the other side of the world from me. We're back at the beginning. I mean, I could grab levers, but, I mean, it feels kind of cheaty, but I also don't know what to do because there's no levers in... I mean, I've got 2 chests exposed, and I need another lever in order to expose, I guess, the 3rd chest, and that's empty. Like, I'm not hallucinating, right? That's empty, and there's nothing in the hopper back there. And the other chest was in the other side, was at the other end. And I used that lever. That makes sense, yes. Oh, here we go, here's a lever. Maybe the 3rd chest, maybe it is exposable diamond, I just didn't find it that one time. And maybe the lever gets deposited into it once you place this lever, maybe? So that's the first chest I opened, I'm pretty sure. Let's do that. And double check our chests. Okay, that's empty. Alright, so it's behind me. This is the chest. No, this is the lever I already did. Oh, I'm already starting to get lost. Sorry, that's chest empty. Maybe over here? Come on, where are you? No, it does kind of, it's definitely not the, see, this is definitely a different chest. So there's one here. Oh, I just realized we have the cords on. I don't know if you're supposed to use cords in this, but let's see. I mean, this is just to prove that I have been to all 3 chests. 17, 32, 18. Well, negatives, you know. 17, 32, 18. 17, 32, 18. I believe the other chest was over here somewhere. No, over here. Nope, nope, nope. Over here. 17, 32, 18. 17, 32, 18. This is 17, 25, 13. And then the other one was not here. That's the blue thing. It was here. Here. 17, 33, 5. See, these are all 3 chests. I've been to all 3 of them, and I'm down a lever. Let me be right back. I'm gonna see if maybe Blue Owl is in Discord. Maybe I can send a message and ask if I can just kind of nip a lever out of my ender chest. Okay, so I'm back. Blue Owl is not currently online, so I don't think we really have any choice but to we'll fix it ourselves. Please don't hate me, Blue. Please. I actually broke one of the rules in the book. It says don't go into spectate. I went into spectate just to be absolutely certain that it was indeed missing, and it is definitely missing I'm thinking what maybe happened, I don't know how it would have happened, but what I'm thinking maybe happened is that it despawned. So if you notice here, this is a wool block and this is carpet. What's gonna happen is when the puzzle resets, a piston shoves this to break the lever. The lever pops off and it's supposed to fall inside the hoppers down here. Well, I guess somehow it didn't do that. It must have popped off and just sat and despawned. So that's why we're down to 2 levers instead of 3. And yes, I double and triple and quadruple checked all of the chests and the hoppers and everything that the levers are supposed to be in, and there was only 2. So not cheating, just troubleshooting. So this is where we go to get out. So we're gonna pop down here. Now when I go through that, it's supposed to pop off all of the levers. So I'm actually kind of curious to see what it looks like, to see if maybe there's a lever up there despawning. So I'm going to cut the video again and I'm going to quickly go to troubleshoot and just kind of double check, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. I did confirm that there is now a lever in all 3 chests. So I'm imagining that either it's a random chance that maybe it popped off and despawned, or it's also possible maybe someone came in here to do the puzzle and gave up partway through, or had to leave partway through, or something like that. Maybe they disconnected, who knows, and maybe they still had a lever in their inventory or something like that. So I'm not sure what happened, but we're in the second puzzle, and I think we can go ahead and keep going. So each lever needs to be beside a flower, not diagonally. No lever is next to another lever, not even diagonally. And use carpets to mark places a lever cannot be. Put all levers and carpets away before leaving the room. Now I learned something in my first playthrough, something that isn't listed here, but I'm pretty sure it applies. Only 1 lever per flower pot. There was actually one point right at the end where it was pretty much a stalemate if I allowed this pot to have a lever on that side and this side. So we're just gonna have to keep that in mind. So again, each lever needs to be beside a flower, not diagonally. So we can clear any spots that aren't exactly adjacent to a flower pot. So we're gonna use the carpets here to achieve that. So let's just go ahead and fill in all of the carpet as needed here. Let's clear those and this, that one, this one, and these 3, and then this. Oh, there's a whole bunch of ones here. These ones. That might be the last of it. No, one more here. Okay, so those are ones we know it can't be. Now we have to try and look at these signs to figure out where they should be. And what these signs tell you is how many levers are in each column or row. So here's the columns going this way, and then these are the rows going this way. And it's in 4 levers, 0 levers, 3 levers, 1 lever, 2 lever, so on and so forth. Now, if I remember correctly, my first clue, my first successful lever placement was somewhere in the rows. So let's see. 3 levers in this row. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's plenty of possibilities there. Only 1 lever. Oh, wait. Also, some of these have 0. So 0 levers in this column. So that's cleared. That's clear. These ones are clear. So you can't do any here. And 0 levers in this one. So we can go ahead and fill those in. Is there another one? Yeah, this right here. So 0 levers in here as well. I don't think there were any on the rows. Yeah, no. Okay, so 3 levers. 1, 2, 3. Really? 3 levers? Is this really where I started before? Okay, so now I also find it useful to be careful to only place it from a certain direction. That way you don't get confused and about which ones are turned on and which ones are turned off. So row 2, and levers can't be adjacent to each other. We read that on the instructions, so we need to clear all of that. This one could only have 1 lever, and what do you know? There's only 1 lever spot left, so let's go ahead and pop that down there. 2 levers in this row. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 possibilities. 1 lever in here. There's plenty of possibilities. 1 in here. Again, plenty. 1. Nope, we got a lot of them there. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. One lever. Got 2 possibilities here. One lever here as well. Got lots of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I don't think we can do anything with the rows currently, so let's try a column. So 4 levers. 1, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 possibilities. I actually came back to this later, because I thought there was 4. I thought there was 5 total, including the one that's already here. So I need to find 3 more levers, but I got 4 spots for them. So I didn't think I could do anything with it technically. This one is not going to be a lever. 0 in this one, of course. 3 levers in this one. 1, 2. Well, lots of possibilities. 1 lever. Well, we've already got 1 lever, so we can go ahead and fill these in, just like that. 2 levers. 1, 2, 3, 4 possibilities. 0 levers, already cleared that. 4 levers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 lever. And there's 3 possibilities. 0, and then 4 levers. So 1, 2, 3. A lot of them there too. So now I'm already stuck again because I can't remember. There's just a lot of back and forth, looking at them carefully, trying to figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here while I puzzle this out, because I've actually forgotten where I need to go next. So let me go ahead and cut, and I'll be right back. Oh, actually, I just realized we're almost at the well, not even half hour mark. I usually aim for about 25 minutes per episode, and we're pretty much at that point now. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I actually thought I'd be able to get through the Logic Owl in one episode. Last time that I came through here, it took me quite a while, and I actually got 2 episodes worth, and it looks like I'm going to get 2 episodes worth again. So I'm going to cut here, and we will meet back in the next episode to finish off the Logic Owl, and have a good time, hopefully, and whatnot. I mean, I'm sure we'll have a good time, because I've played it before. Excellent puzzles. Anybody on the server who's watching this episode, definitely go try it out, though I suppose I maybe should have said something at the beginning saying if you want to try it out, do it before you watch my episode, but... well, it is what it is. So, oh, look at there. The server's restarting in 10 minutes. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut it here, like I said, and I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I hope you keep on coming back for more, of course. And until next time, I hope you have a fantastic time, and I will see you later. Bye!